Hey guys, Benjamin Brown here, physical therapist, CrossFit coach, and wellness coach, hanging out at CrossFit Majestic. Today, going on to the strengthening of the hips for the lateral, kind of lower leg, lateral knee pain. As far as the hips go, strengthening them, there's a lot of different ways to do it depending on how you do or don't know how to fire them. Can play a big role into what exercise I specifically would give someone. So I'm not necessarily going to go into specific exercises, but I'm going to give some tips on what everyone can do. I'm going to lower this just a little bit. I'm going to give some tips on what everybody can do just because it tends to be a common fault in most people I see. So as far as strengthening the hips, most people's hips are fairly strong already. It's a matter of them not knowing how to fire the glutes properly. Our bodies are amazing at compensating, and that's what they tend to do. So basically anytime you're sitting, your glutes kind of forget they start to shut down. So then when we go and do other things, they forget how they're actually supposed to work. Over years and years and years of this motor pattern, they really forget how to work. So what happens a lot is we compensate with our low back when we're standing up from positions, or we become quad dominant when we're standing up. And so those glutes forget how they're supposed to fire. So a couple different ways to turn them on, especially before you're going to be doing any squatting type activities, or if you're going to be doing a lot of running, you need to get them firing first. So biggest thing to think about is the way where our glutes attach, they do some external rotation with that motion, so that leg turning out. Obviously you don't want to be walking with your legs out firing them, but you have to think about pushing the feet outward as you are standing up from something. So I'm just going to come back here. I don't know if you can see this line on the floor, but what I like to think about when standing up from a squat position or standing up from sitting is trying to push or tear that part of the floor away from each other right in the middle of your feet, or screwing your feet into the ground. So as you're coming up from a squat, rather than just staying inactive here and just standing up, it uses a lot of the quads, is pushing those knees outward. As you do that, you're not doing a whole lot of force like way out towards the wall, but you're just putting a little force outward. It gets those glutes firing as you come up out of that squat. The other important thing to think about is keeping that torso upright. The more you're like this, trying to stand up, you're going to use all your back muscles to stand you up, versus staying more upright, pushing those knees out, you're using those glutes to help you stand up. So that's the most important thing initially, is just really getting those glutes to fire as you're standing up out of those downward positions. Another really good way to retrain that is just doing a standard hip hinge. So standing with your feet about shoulder width apart, leaning forward at your hips, keeping everything through here straight, and same things, thinking about turning those feet outward as you stand back up. And that's just a really good way to retrain some motor patterns to get those hips firing a little bit better. So if you have any questions on this or need some more clarification on how to do it, definitely post those comments or questions below. I'd love to answer those questions for you. And then if you have any other, feel free to also message me directly if you have any specific issues that are going on with you that you would like to get addressed. I'd be happy to speak further with you about that. So hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye.